Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. I would like to present the research that I met by my students. So there are two writers or two researchers who did this research. Uh, Let me show you the presentation. Sorry, I have to open first. Yeah. The title of my research is not my research, but actually together with my students. The title of this research is the meaning of the word Yaduhu in Nias language, anthropolinguistic study. So the writers is Rebecca Evelyn Laia and Mary Anna Christina Laia. So I am the lecturer of Universitas Nias Raya, and Mary Anna Christina Laia is the students of Universitas Nias Raya. So as the introduction, I would like to explain about the amine anomaly. So the term of amine is universally adopted across many languages in religious context. And based on our preliminary research, shows Amin is used in 5 dominant North Sumatra languages. There are Batak Toba, Karo, Simalungun, Mandailing, and Pak Dairi. Uniquely, the Nias language uses Yaduhu instead of Amin. So the purpose of our research is to describe the meaning of Yaduhu by exploring the cultural context for its adoption as Amin. There are two main theories that the researchers use. The first one is this about the Nias language. So actually, in the Nias society, it is already known by Nias people that there are two kinds of the languages. There are Liniharaya and Linihayu, or South Nias language and North Nias language. And not only because of the fact that the people already known about Liniharaya and Linihayu, but it is also proven. Those languages were proven by academic research, uh, and the researcher is Jagute on 2018. And based on the book of Laia 2006, it is explained that one of some missionaries who came to Nias Island, based on the document that Laia found that actually Fries, this is the name of the missionary who came to Nias Island, Fries discouraged the use of the South Nias language because according to him, and also it is followed by all the missionaries who came to Nias, it is really difficult if we translate those two languages. So it is very effective, and to say that it is very effective if we only if the Nias people, if the translation it is only based on one language, that is North Nias language. Also, there are some big differences between North Nias and South Nias. South is um, it is a little bit strong, yeah, and very strong, yeah, very so it is also difficult to pronounce some of the words, but North Nias language is more, it is softer than South Nia. So that's why the missionary used uh, only one language for translate the Nias language in to the Bible. It is North Nias language. And the theory of anthropolinguistics from Hamawan 2020, Duranti 2009, and Sibarani 2024. So the theory of anthropolinguistic, it is uh, to study about how language and culture are deeply connected. And the methodology that the researchers use, there are there is qualitative study and using anthropolinguistics approach. And uh, the data collection, the researchers use semi-structured interview and also the literature study. And the researchers also using the theory Miles Haberman and Saldana for analyzing the data. There are three steps for analyzing the data. The first one is data condensation, data display, and the last one is conclusion and verification. And there are based on the interviews and also the literature study, there are some result that is found by the researchers, the meaning of Yaduhu based on the cultural background. The first one, actually, Yaduhu was originally introduced by missionaries as the translation for Amen. But later, we can see that actually Amen, actually the word of Yaduhu, it is just not randomly chose, but there are some reasons because of that. And the missionaries who came to Nias Island and met the translation of the Bible, there are three peoples, three missionaries. The first one is Ludwig Ernst Danninger. From 1815 until 1875, he met the translation of the Bible for Nias Island using the North Nias language, and it is continued by Sunderman. Uh, it is continued by Sunderman, and finally, the Bible was translated. All the whole Bibles was translated in Nias language, and the name of this Bible, it is namely Surah Ni'amoniyah. And then C.W. Smith, it is also one of the missionaries who did the translation for the Telo Island people. So Telo Island is actually the part of South Nias. So we may say that Finkelson Smith actually doing the translation in South Nias language. Unfortunately, it is not complete. It is only some part of the books. It is translated, but it is still published, and the name of that Bible, it is namely Turia Ni'amonia. And based on the literature study, uh, Edward Peake, yeah, there is research by Edward Peake. entitled Tradition, Christianity, and the State in Understanding of Sickness and Healing in South Nias, Indonesia, Yaduhu actually originated from the traditional Nias oral practice. So it is used as one of the several affirmative cries uttered by speech makers partner during Orahu. So Orahu is traditional Nias community meeting. And also based on the research by Hummels entitled Cross and Adu 2007, Yaduhu was not an invention of the missionaries, including Sunderman, but rather an existing term within Nias language and culture. And then also the researchers found, based on Nias Germany dictionary, it was published 1905. There are some words which is related with the word yaduhu. The first one is duhu. The meaning is true, and this is an adjective. Then sindruhu, the meaning is truly true, correct, right. And then this is an adverb. And it will be Sidruhu if it is the South Nias language. So Sindruhu is from North Nias language. And then Osiduhuge, Osiduhuge means the do it wholeheartedly or do it with full commitment. The explanation, this is the verb. And fasiduhudada means that do it from the heart. This is the combination between verb and noun. Faduhudada means belief. This is the combination verb and noun. So all of those words really have a very strong relation with the word yaduhu. So yaduhu, the meaning of yaduhu based on the Nias German dictionary is amin, and this is the verb. Then based on the interview from the native speaker of Nias language, actually the word ya from yaduhu, it is coming from the word ya iya. And it is understood by two people. Yeah, it is has the similar meaning either in North Nias language and South Nias language. So ya means someone or a person, or to make the positive confirmation about someone says. And then duhu or sindruhu or sidruhu means truly true, correct, right. Yeah, like I already explained that Sindruhu, it is North Nias language, and then Sidruhu, it is South Nias language. Now, finally, we found that Yaduhu is convey both affirmation and confirmation as the word Amin, and to function as theological expressions of faith. So Sunderman translate Amin as Yaduhu because the meaning is appropriate. And another reason and another meaning that we can found that Nias people or the translation of Amin become Yaduhu because there is a key characteristic of the Nias language. All the words always end with the vowel sound, not the consonant one. So usually, Nias people tend to pronounce the word of Amin to be Ami. Ami in Nias language also has the meaning it is delicious. So it can make if Amin still used by Nias people, actually it can create it a confusing and inappropriate meaning in prayers. So Amin and Yaduhu actually have the same meaning, have the same level of meaning. Yaduhu fulfill this function as well, namely affirming truth and to indicate action. So the conclusion that we can make, that is the substitution of Amin with Yaduhu in Nias liturgy was based on linguistic, cultural, and based on linguistics, cultural, and practical consideration. Linguistic, it is about because Amin will be pronounced by these people with Ami, which mean delicious, could be awkwardly and inappropriately misunderstanding in scared setting. And then cultural, um, because Yaduhu serving as an affirmative cry within their cultural rituals, and practical consideration that actually Yaduhu and Amin shared a similar function as a sacred or affirmative formulas. And the suggestion that we can say the word of Yaduhu should be maintained and not substituted by any other linguistic form, including Amin. And then ultimately, the preservation of Yaduhu is crucial as it represents a fundamental component of Nia's identity. So that's all for our presentation. Hopefully, it can give a good knowledge for all of us. Thank you very much.